This is in the year 2000, or I think at the end of 1999. I had been looking for a building for Bright Hope for I think probably at least a year, and I had been to my guess is 80 to 100 buildings to look at over the course of the year. And this realtor who was showing me, he gave up on me. He said, "Look, you're never going to buy anything. You're never going to buy anything." And I said, "Well," I said, "I don't know. I just haven't seen it. Nothing that you've shown me, even though you've shown me 80 buildings, none of it just seems right. I can't say that I had a sense that this was the place." And so uh, he was discouraged and I was discouraged. And so one day I was riding out in Hoffman Estates, just wandering around on my own, and I see this sign on this building in Prospect in Hoffman Estates, and um, I called up the guy who owned it, and he said, "We need 1,200,000." And I thought, boy, that seems like a lot. And I looked at it. And so I got permission to go up on the roof. And I looked at the roof, and the roof was in bad shape. And so I said, and I got somebody to quote fixing the roof, and that was going to cost 300,000. So I said to the guy, "Look, your roof's bad. I'll pay you 975,000." So and so finally he agreed to that, and so then now I needed to find 975,000. Well, I knew that we needed to renovate the inside. I mean, the inside just needed a lot of work, and I'd gotten some rough estimates from people, and they said to me, "It's really going to cost you, maybe 800, 900,000 to fix it up." So I knew we needed about 1,800,000 to buy it and put it in a condition to do it. And so we got a gift of 600,000, and that was a huge start. So then I signed the contract once I got the 600, and then gradually gifts kept coming in. I called up a fella and I said, "Here's my need and what we're doing." And he said, "Okay, I'll give you 50,000." And it was just things like that that kept coming that got us up. And we got within 100,000, and I didn't. It just didn't seem to be coming, and I just was concerned that we needed to pay that last 100,000 to finish everything, and so Grandma and I were in New York, and I was speaking somewhere, and the night before the couple took us out for dinner, and so we'd never met him before, and I said to him, "Look, uh, here's what my need is," and I just explained to him in the course of the dinner that we needed $100,000 to pay it off. Well, about, I don't know, a couple of months later, he sent a check for 100,000, and so the building was paid for. But it's been God moments like these, time and time again, that and I believe God honored us first of all for the principle of not going into debt, and secondly for the principle of not starting a project till we had 30% of the money in. And the Lord just did some great things time and time again, and we just praise him and give him all the glory.